What's up, it's Cinema Shogun here, and sadly, as I reported to you all yesterday, Nickelodeon star Amanda Bynes, I'm sure a lot of you all know who Amanda Bynes is, she was found naked and alone, roaming the streets of LA, found in a very dangerous area at that, and luckily someone stopped for her. She was able to realize on her own that she was going through something. She called 911, and now she is in a mental hospital on psychiatric hold. So it's a very sad and scary situation. Now, some of you all may have been following up with this Amanda Bynes stuff for years. Some of you all probably have no clue what's going on. Amanda Bynes at one time was in a conservatorship, much like the Britney Spears situation. But much like the Britney Spears situation, a lot of people wanted her to be out of the conservatorship. And ever since, there's been some questionable things happening with Amanda Bynes. And don't get me wrong, I can't really necessarily agree with the conservatorship, especially when it comes to these child stars and stuff, because you know their families like to take advantage of them and make money off of them. In many situations, these kids or adults now are just cash cows for these families. So it's always weird. You know, these conservatorship conversations are always weird for me because on one hand, I don't support conservatorships per se, but on the other hand, I know that us on the outside looking in, we don't understand these situations fully. You know what I mean? We don't fully understand the situation that's going on with Amanda Bynes. We didn't fully understand the situation that was going on with Britney Spears. Often, the people closest to those people understand those situations way better than us. So sometimes I try to refrain from speaking out too loudly against these conservatorships because it's clear to me that these people need help, although I would say maybe in a different way. But Amanda Bynes was released off of her conservatorship, I think about a year or so ago. And you might remember, I think the last time we really heard from her was when she was accusing her then fiancé of some pretty wild things. Let's go ahead and watch this clip, and then I'll be right back.
Paul told me that he stopped taking his medications. I looked at his phone and he was looking at mom and son porn. He vandalized his mom's home. He broke all of her pictures and put salmon under her bed. His behavior is alarming, and I'm afraid of what he'll do. I forgot to mention, for the past 6 months. He needs serious help. I kicked him out of my house.
Salmon under the bed? Like, is that a thing? Do people actually do that? Like, damn, that... I don't know, that kind of like threw me off. It almost felt like a all that skit. But I guess she was serious. Now, her and this guy, they got together again after that video. It turns out that he wasn't, or at least he says that he was not watching mother-son porn. He was watching MILFs. And I guess that was enough for Amanda Bynes to forgive him. A really weird situation. But that was, I think, the last time Amanda was really in the headlines for something weird. I know her and that guy, I believe his name's Paul, I always forget. I believe they got back together, but now they are split up. They're just friends, according to Paul. But Paul came out and said yesterday that Amanda Bynes is off her meds and that she has been off her meds for a while and that she is acting straight up wild. And, I mean, I have no choice but to believe him, seeing as Amanda Bynes was found naked roaming the streets of LA. But of course, oh man, of course, people are upset now. People are fake offended. People are enraged that anyone is covering this story. They are trying to turn this into like I don't even know how to explain it, but it's the usual suspects, and I deal with this all the time when covering Britney Spears. It's these people that try to pretend like they're mental health professionals, and they come out and I mean, it's just so insane to me the way these people act. And they're trying to spin it now as if this was a moment of empowerment for Amanda Bynes. As if this was a moment of woman empowerment. The fact that she called 911 all on her own after roaming the streets of Los Angeles butt naked. So now they're trying to say that anyone covering this story, like me or the people who put this story out, we're all sexist and we're bad people because we acknowledge that Amanda Bynes is having a problem. And I see this all the time in these fan bases. These people are weird. They encourage people with mental health issues to spiral out of control. And it's utterly sickening. It's sickening to me that these people, I don't know if they're like super feminist or what, but they're trying to spin this like, oh, that this isn't a bad look. No, this is empowering. This is a good sign, they say, for Amanda Bynes, because she called 911 on her own after roaming the streets of LA naked and being found by some passerby. I kid you not. Let's go ahead and let's read a couple of the posts on Twitter. I find it really disrespectful that the headlines say Amanda Bynes was found naked and alone and placed on a psychiatric hold, removing her agency. She was able to recognize that she was in a psychosis, ask someone for help, and call 911 herself. That's effing impressive. Yeah, it's really impressive that Amanda Bynes was found naked on the side of the road. But they're taking offense to the wording that she was found, which she literally was. The pictures are on the internet. She was roaming around butt naked in LA. And that she was placed on a psychiatric hold. Yeah, because she literally was placed on a psychiatric hold. But these people speak out and they act like they're doing good. They act like they're a positive voice for mental health, when in reality they're not. These people are complete idiots, and the sooner our society and our culture stops looking to idiots like this for advice, and the sooner we stop listening to these freaks, I'm sorry, the better. The better. We are at where we're at right now in this country as far as mental health problems go, because we are enabling these weirdos who like to diagnose people with all types of stuff. They're heavily medicated on things they probably don't even need. Spoiler alert, a lot of people in America are on all of these psych meds for depression, med for ADHD, meds for this, meds for that, and most of them don't need this stuff. They're turning people into walking freaking zombies and nutcases. It's like there are tons of people in this country that don't need to be on all of these meds, okay? But there's also tons of people in this country that probably need to be on meds and they're not. So it's like an all-around messed up situation. But make no mistake about it, these doctors these days, they are prescribing people stuff out the wazoo, left and right. You're diagnosed with this. You're diagnosed with this. They're coming up with new names and new labels for people every single day. They're coming up with a new mental health issue every day, and they come up with a new drug that's supposed to cure you of it. It's getting absolutely ridiculous. And we can't even begin to have the conversation because a lot of the loudest voices are people like this who, oh God, you said placed. You said she was found. And then they freak out, and it's like, there's no room for conversation. And if there's no room for conversation, then we're never going to get anywhere. As far as mental health issues go, we are digressing in this country. We are jogging backwards. I mean, not even jogging. We are on a motorcycle riding 120 miles per hour in the opposite direction. That's what we're doing. Largely because of people like this and these weirdos who feel the need to place a label on everything instead of just being a human being. Go out there, touch some grass, and breathe some freaking air. And stop self-diagnosing your stuff with stuff that you saw on Google. Everyone has a freaking issue these days. It's so utterly bizarre and sickening. And people try to make this their whole personality. As if, oh, there's nothing interesting about me. I have nothing to offer the world. So I'm going to self-diagnose myself with some mental health issue, and then I'm going to talk about it online all day while pretending to be an expert when in reality I'm a complete jackass that should shut up and get a real life. That's the reality of these fans that always come to the defense of these stars who are having these mental health issues. It's so sickening to me. And I deal with it all the time on my channel with other celebrities that I talked about. But let's go ahead and see what else someone else has to say. I have a lot of experience in mental health caregiving. I'm sure you do. I loathe the way we're talking about Amanda Bynes. She wasn't found. She actively sought help during a crisis and successfully got herself to safety by dialing 911. That's hard and deserves our respect, not diminishment. Mind you, no one is diminishing Amanda Bynes. Every post that I've seen have been from people who feel bad about the situation. I feel terrible about the situation. But to sit here and fake be offended because the reports say that Amanda Bynes was found, she was found. Amanda Bynes didn't realize that she was having an episode, or whatever you want to call it, and called 911 from her apartment. No, Amanda Bynes was butt freaking naked walking down the road, and a car stopped for her, and she got help. Those are two very different things. Very different things. But these people want to be stuck and focused on the wording. They want to be fake offended. Never mind the real issue, like what in the heck is going on with Amanda Bynes. Who cares about that? Let's be offended that people are reporting that Amanda Bynes was found when she was found. And I'm being respectful, and I'm not sharing the pictures here, but it's really sad. It is extremely sad. And people like this, they're not even allowing society. Like us as a society, we should be having this conversation, but we can't because we run into people like Chris every time. And these people are weird, man. I'm telling you straight up. These people are weird. They have no business speaking about mental health at all. And I'm not a professional at all either. But I'm not going to sit here and block people from having certain conversations. And I'm also not going to sit here and ignore the reality of what's going on. That's what these people want. They want you to ignore the reality of Amanda Bynes walking naked through dangerous parts of LA. She's lucky to be alive. They want you to ignore that and applaud the fact that she called 911 on her own. No, I'm not going to applaud the fact that someone was butt naked roaming the streets of LA having an episode or possibly on some type of substances because she was in a in a zone that's known for that type of stuff. And that's another thing that I think we need to get away from. We're conflating the two things. People have mental health issues and people have abuse problems. Often people with mental health issues have abuse problems as well. But people are acting as if, how can I put it? They're acting as if some of this stuff is totally just mental health issues and they're totally ignoring the substance part. I'm not here to say that Amanda Bynes is on substances. I'm here to say that I wouldn't be surprised. And the area she was found in would suggest that she is. And if you look at her, she's lost a lot of weight. She looks down bad. Maybe that's from her meds. Because make no mistake about it, half the stuff people go to buy on the streets, the hardcore bad drugs, those are just the same stuff that you're getting at the doctor every day. So who knows what Amanda's on? If anything, maybe she's not on anything, that's the problem. But I can tell you she has lost a lot of weight. And in my experience, she looks like someone who may be on something. But let's read another comment. This narrative is false. She was not placed or found. She asked for psychiatric help after she flagged a vehicle. Stop this sensationalist, sexist attempt to frame Amanda Bynes as a helpless invalid who needed to be saved for clickbait. She saved herself. Yeah. Amanda Bynes is really saving herself right now. But you see how warped these people's minds are? And the reality is some of you are reading these posts, or you're listening to me read these posts, and you probably agree with these people. And if that's the case, fine. But what happens is these people try to play into your emotions. And you know, one thing that we really have to start doing is facts over feelings. Okay? Facts over feelings. I don't care about your emotions right now. I don't care how sad you are for Amanda Bynes. Being sad and emotional and being fake offended by how people talk about the situation is not going to get Amanda Bynes any help. Taking this situation, a very scary situation, and instead of making this a time where we can sit down and have a conversation about mental health, that's what we should be doing right now. But instead, they've hijacked it and they've turned it into a conversation about feminism and women empowerment. About how empowering it is that Amanda realized, hey, I'm walking around naked in LA. Maybe I should call 911. That is not empowering. I'm glad that she had the mental awareness to do that. I am extremely happy that she did. But this is not something that we applaud. This is not something that we take and like, oh man, this is a perfect example of women empowerment. So strong, so independent. Amanda Bynes doesn't need any help. Amanda Bynes helped herself. How stupid do you have to be to even say something like that? Amanda Bynes doesn't need any help. As Amanda Bynes walks butt naked down the street, Amanda Bynes can help herself. As the car stops, rolls down the window and asks Amanda Bynes, are you okay? You're naked. Do you need me to call someone? It's like these people are so clueless. And the only reason why I am so passionate about even talking about these weirdos is because they are out here every day lending their voices to the online discussions, to the public square, if you will, the town square. And they attack people. They attack people like me and my channel. They attack people who call out the real issues, who want to have real discussions. And they cry about the wording. She was found and not found and placed, and this is mental health, and this is empowering, this is so great. No, just stop. Just stop. If we want to have a real conversation about mental health in this country, we gotta stop letting crazy freaking idiots be the loudest voices. That's what's happening here. We need to have a conversation about mental health. The only problem is, the only people that are talking about it are people with severe mental health issues that aren't helping the conversation at all. If anything, they're making matters worse. So, all in all, I feel terrible about this situation. I hope things get better. But I mean, it discourages me when I see where we have come. I am not here wanting anyone to tear Amanda Bynes down. I don't want anyone out here making fun of Amanda Bynes for what she's going through. But the reality is, no one is. People just want to have conversations about how we got here. Why is Amanda Bynes the way she is now? What happened to her? What's really going on? But we can't have those conversations when we have these social justice warriors, these weird idiots that fake be offended and cause problems whenever someone wants to question what's really happening. And like I said, I see it all the time. And it's really sad. But hopefully, Amanda Bynes gets out, gets the help she needs. Unfortunately, her fan base consists of a lot of people who will encourage her mental health issues. They will encourage her to spiral out because they have issues of their own and they like seeing someone, especially someone famous, that has it worse off than they do. But let me know your thoughts about this down in the comment section. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all in the next video.